Hello, my name is Zombie, and today I'm going to teach you the origin of zombies. Now, the word zombie originates from Haiti, from the Haitian French word zombie, spelled without the E, as well as the Haitian Creole word zombie, spelled Z-O-N-B-I. The Oxford Dictionary gives the word's origins from West Africa and Congo, from the word Nzambi, spelled N-Z-A-M-B-I, which means God, and the word Zumbi, spelled Z-U-M-B-I, which means fetish. Now, these two words clearly do not mean the same thing as what we know today as a zombie. The words zombie without an E and zombie do in fact mean the same thing. These two words are part of a magic known as voodoo. Voodoo magic, which is performed for bringing a zombie into life, was done by a voodoo priest, also known as a bakor. The bakor would do a ritual to make the dead become the undead, and the undead would be forced into slave labor. Now I know what you're thinking. Zombies aren't slaves. They're brain-eating monsters. This guy must be high. You would be correct, except zombies were first seen as victims and not monsters. It was only later, especially in the United States, did they get their flesh-eating title. Now don't get me wrong. A zombie is still a zombie. There was in fact two ways to make someone a zombie, which was with magical powder, which obviously was the magic side of this coin. Now the other side of this coin is in fact deals with a more scientific way to do this, which was done by poisoning a victim and decreasing the heart rate and breathing to an almost non-existent stage. The family would think the victim died and then would bury them. A few nights later, the bakor would unbury the now severely brain-damaged victim. The brain damage was caused by a lack of oxygen to the brain by being buried in a coffin. The bakor would have these mindless people with a brain mentality of a 2-year-old who only knew how to make groaning sounds. The bakor would teach them how to work in the fields. When the overseer of these zombies would die, the zombies would just aimlessly walk around. If they went into a village, the families of these zombies may recognize their dead family member. I would imagine that would freak them out a lot. Now imagine you are a US soldier going to Haiti to, quotations, help them after they just won their independence. Imagine going through these villages and seeing someone you were told by the locals died years ago. Imagine this moaning and groaning dead person coming at you with the fear you felt without knowing what to do. Now imagine going home to your family and telling them what you've seen. Soon writers hear these stories of encounters with zombies and they start writing their horror stories about it. One of the earliest stories about zombies is by H.P. Lovecraft called Herbert West Reanimator, which came out in 1921. This story was more based around science fiction than fantasy. Now, as technology advanced, the directors of movies want something to excite and scare the younger generation. What better way to do this in an American horror movie is to bring in the zombies. The first zombie movie was called White Zombie, released in 1932 by Victor Halperin. This movie still used the voodoo origin story for itself. However, it wasn't until 1968 movie Night of the Living Dead by George Romero, based off the 1954 novel I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, the zombies really take off. In the Night of the Living Dead, the undead monsters were actually called ghouls. However, the fans called the monsters zombies instead. With this new version of zombie out there, many ideas came out with it, like how the outbreak started, how to kill them, and all that type of fun stuff. Zombies have been integrated in pretty much all types of entertainment, like comic books and mangas, short stories to full-length novels, cartoons and animes, different types of music, and last but certainly not least, TV shows like The Walking Dead, all the way up to cinema movies. According to scientists, it would take about 100 days to infect the whole world, give or take a few days, depending on how fast the government responds, and only a few years until everyone is either infected or dead. With the US, it would probably take longer for the infection to take over due to the fact many people are trigger happy. This goes the same for any other country that's similar to the United States. It is always nice to see how much zombies have integrated into society. Kids for Halloween want to be a form of zombie, people having elaborate plans for surviving the zombie apocalypse, all the games out there for zombies, like the zombie run type games that you can do. The people who have entire arsenals to take out zombies. Well, that's all I have to say. I know I didn't cover everything. I was trying to keep this on certain topics, and if I did a lot of it, then this video would have been too long and you would have gotten bored. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!